In the rush of our daily lives, we often navigate on autopilot, seldom stopping to ponder the intricacies of our existence. Yet, in those rare moments of reflection, we uncover remarkable parallels with millions of others around the globe. Consider this as you stand in your kitchen or house, sharing in the mundane yet universal act of standing. But did you know that you can never stand backwards on a staircase? It's a peculiar quirk of human behavior, much like the way we drink. Ordinarily, we empty our cups from the top, but when you use a straw, you empty it from the bottom. As we delve deeper into the shared experiences of humanity, we stumble upon another fascinating revelation: the concept of birthdays. While we celebrate our first birthday, it's actually our second birthday, marking the completion of our first year of life. Hey everyone, welcome back to World Decoded. Today, we're diving into some of the craziest and most mind-tickling shower thoughts that will make you question everything. You know those random, profound ideas that pop into your head when you're least expecting them? Yep, we're talking about those. So grab your towel, sit back, and get ready to have your mind blown. Before we move on, please consider subscribing to our channel, as it really motivates us to bring out more interesting and informative content for you guys. With that being said, let's get started. You know how your parents always say, "Go to bed, you'll feel better in the morning." That's basically the human version of, "Did you turn it off and turn it back on again?" Did you know your future self is probably talking crap about you right now? You've survived 100% of your worst days. That's right, you're basically a superhero with a 100% survival rate. And if your life feels like it's falling apart, just remember, it couldn't fall apart if it was never really together in the first place. So, relax, embrace the chaos. You may have once made a decision that saved your life without even knowing it. And let's not forget, there's a different version of you in everyone's mind. You're like a walking, talking impression. Ever wonder what your dog named you? Probably something like treat dispenser or best friend forever. Someone's mom probably used you as a bad example for her kids. If humans could fly, we'd probably just consider it exercise and never do it. Think about this. Someone studying atoms is just a bunch of atoms trying to understand themselves. Deep, right? There are 500,000 different occupations in the world, yet we base our careers on studying 10 to 15 subjects by age 18 to 21. Talk about a narrow focus. Teenagers drive like they're on borrowed time, while elderly people drive like they've got all the time in the world. Searching for a new laptop online is basically forcing your current computer to dig its own grave. Every word in every language started out as gibberish until someone convinced enough people that it was real. April Fool's Day is the only day we all critically examine news articles before accepting them as true. Most people aren't scared of being alone in the dark. They're actually scared of not being alone in the dark. When you give someone food, you're feeding them. But when you give them water, you aren't watering them. It won't be long before we refer to the 2020s, 2030s, and 2040s as the 20s, 30s, and 40s. History classes are only going to get longer and harder as time goes on. The asteroid that ended the dinosaurs was technically the highest ratio of killing birds with one stone in Earth's history. There's no way to prove we all actually see the same colors, so that blue might be different for you than it is for me. Have you ever realized that your tongue rests comfortably in your mouth until you think about it? Now you can't stop noticing it. Whatever happens inside our bodies happens in pitch-black darkness. Well, that's reassuringly creepy. Maybe urinals were invented when a tall guy walked by the sinks and asked, why not? Brushing our teeth is the closest we ever come to cleaning our skeleton. How do our brains remember that we forgot something, but can't remember what that thing was? Your stomach probably thinks all potatoes are mashed. In order to fall asleep, we have to pretend to be asleep. Your whole life is spent gathering people for your funeral. When you drink alcohol, you're just borrowing happiness from tomorrow. The people who need to be loved the most are often the hardest to love. Nothing is on fire. Fire is on things. And those fire trucks, they're actually just really big water trucks. Makes you wonder what else is not quite what it seems. Bean bags are just boneless sofas. It's like the sofa's lazy cousin who decided to forego the frame and go for maximum comfort. And if James Bond is the most famous spy, wouldn't that also make him the worst spy? Fame and secrecy don't mix. It's like putting your undercover agent in a neon sign. Social anxiety is basically conspiracy theories about yourself. And therapists, they talk you into brainwashing yourself. Just think differently, and you'll be fine. Did you know that even when a balloon is half inflated, it is completely full? Now, let's talk about the mystery of the missing sock. Ever notice how only one sock goes missing? If both went missing, you wouldn't even notice. The object of golf is to play the least amount of golf. So, if you're like me and prefer lounging over swinging, you're already winning. Now, coffee makes you hyper, but coffee shops are designed to make you slow down and relax. Isn't that ironic? Imagine if every Olympic event had an average person competing alongside the pros. It would give us a great point of reference. We could finally appreciate those athletes who are so far beyond us that it's almost laughable. Now picture Batman trying to solve crimes on a sunny day. He'd look completely ridiculous. Do you think Spider-Man has the auto-rotate feature turned off on his phone? I mean, he's swinging all over the place. Imagine his screen flipping every time he changes direction. Finally, crabs probably think that fish can fly. Imagine a crab's perspective, watching fish swim and thinking, wow, those creatures are really good at flying underwater. And there you have it. Some of the most insane and thought-provoking ideas that have ever graced our showers. Who knew that a simple stream of water could spark such deep reflections, right? If you enjoyed this dive into the weird and wonderful world of shower thoughts, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to World Decoded, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And hey, drop your own crazy shower thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what goes on in your mind when you're in the shower. See you next time.